Communities NFT space, and tonight we are featuring the one, the only Invisible Friends. Our sponsors, as always, are the one and only Meta Builders, a Web3 service provider slash ecosystem. Tonight's hosts and co-hosts are Z3 and Tricky Buddha from DeFi Space Donkeys. Good afternoon, guys. How are we doing? Invisible Friends, welcome. I hope you're well this afternoon. How are we doing?
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
It's Tricky Buddha from DeFi Space Donkeys. And welcome, Invisible Enemies.
Sorry, Invisible Enemies. I do apologize.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We're really friends, but we do call ourselves the Invisible Enemies.
Yeah.
How are you guys?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Doing good.
I'm good. It's a lovely Saturday afternoon for me here.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, well, thank you for joining us. And again, I apologise. We was actually talking in a chat before this, and someone mentioned being a holder of both projects, so that's why it was in my head. So I do apologise. But yeah, welcome.
No worries at all. It happens a lot more than you'd expect.
Yeah, I bet. I just didn't want to be one of the people to do it to you. So yeah, I'll make it up to you hopefully.
It's all good. I've already forgotten about it. No worries here. Thank you for having me today.
No,
Yeah,
it's an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, let's share this room out. I'm gonna drop it into a couple chats real quick.
Yeah, if we could share it out, that'd be awesome. We'll give it about 5 minutes or so, and we'll let everyone join because the first 5 or 10 minutes, Twitter likes to be a bit of a pain and people have issues joining. But yeah, Tricky, thank you very much as well for introducing us to Invisible Enemies, who are also friends.
Yes. Yeah, it's funny because we've been in a couple spaces, and I feel like there's a lot of similarities between my project and their project. But yeah, they're doing a great job, and they have a specific set of of things that they're doing. I'm happy to have them here and to be able to just have a good chat.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just while we're waiting for everyone to join and for the space to get shared out and what have you, do you know much about the community of communities, Invisible Enemies? So have you got a name, or would you just like me to call you Invisible Enemies?
My name's Melly, but yeah, you can call me either one.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, tell me all about what you guys are and what you guys are doing. And yeah, I got introduced to you through Tricky, so I'd love to hear more about you guys as well.
That's awesome. And you said your name was Melly?
Yeah, Mally. It's short for Melissa.
Mally. Brilliant. Yeah, no, I didn't want to get your actual name wrong as well, because then I would be pushing it. But yeah, no, I just thought while we're waiting for everybody to join, I'll just give you a little rundown of who we are, because I don't want anyone to miss out on the information about your project, because that's obviously the most important. But yeah, the communities are basically just that, a community of communities, and our goal is to bring ecosystems, communities, and people passionate about Web3 space together so we can help lift each other up, because obviously we all are really passionate about Web3. We want to build each other up, not tear each other down. We want to try and represent Web3 the best way possible, help educate new people in the industry, and also help showcase all of these amazing projects who, sometimes it's quite difficult to get the exposure that we deserve, just because, we're talking and building about Web3 on Web2 platforms, which is probably, they're not probably in great favour of us, but also there's so many people passionate about the space, so many people who want to learn, so we just want to try and bring each other together to help support the industry in a whole. So that's basically what one of our mission objectives are. We have a plus next to our name, which represents the communities, but it also stands for Web3, positivity, adding value, and being an addition regardless of your skill set. And it was a way that we could represent this movement whilst without having to sacrifice your name or your profile picture. And we're obviously advocates for mental health, but another thing that we're passionate about as well is women in Web3. We've got Miss Evie on our team, who's a woman, and we really want to support uplifting women in the industry and showcasing to the world that we can all bring amazing value regardless of any of that. So yeah, that is a little bit about us.
Now that's awesome. I also believe in growing strong communities. I think it's one of the more important things here in the space. So I could really appreciate what you guys are trying to accomplish over there.
Yeah, we're trying to bring communities together, and that's the main aim here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm all about collaboration. So I think that's great. I love it.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. No, thank you. I know that was a bit long-winded, but I just thought just give you a bit of a deeper understanding of who we are and what we're trying to achieve. And in the meantime, it gives chance for everyone to get in the space. So thank you, everyone who's just joining. Really appreciate you guys coming. If you guys would be absolute heroes and just like the space and share it so we can get some more people in to hear about Invisible Enemies. A really awesome project. We've been really excited to get on the platform. I know you filled the form out to join a number of weeks ago, so I apologise it took so long for you to get on. Our spaces are in high demand, and with us only doing between 2 and 4 projects a week, it can take a little bit if a lot of people request in a short period of time. So thank you for your patience also.
Yeah, of course, no worries. Yeah, I know how it is on the back end. All the DMs get like just flooded. So I totally feel it. It's all good.
Brilliant. So we may as well get started, and I'm sure everyone else will be coming very shortly. So if you want to just introduce yourself and introduce how you got into Web3 and how this all started, that would be awesome.
Yeah, sure. I'd love to. Is it okay if I put like a little visual in the Jumbotron for people?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Put whatever you want up there. This is the whole space is just for you to showcase who you are and what you do. So put as much as you want in there.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I just pinned up our pinned tweet. Maybe I'll pin up some more visuals as I go.
Yeah, I just
But
want to
yeah,
say
thank you
thank you
guys
for
so much for
acknowledging.
having me.
Hi, girl.
My name is Melly, and I'm founder of Invisible Enemies. And the way I got into Web3, let's see. So I used to be a professional chef back in the day. I worked for a really like cool guy who was on Top Chef, and he opened his whole line of restaurants. And I like worked my way up, and I became a sous chef, and I really enjoyed working for that company. Then eventually it led me to open up my own restaurant here in my city. My family and I opened a restaurant in our downtown. It was really cool. It was like New American Fusion. It was like a little upscale, trendy restaurant. It was really cute. The food was awesome. But you know how, like, restaurants are not the easiest of businesses. And after 3 years or so, we did have to close that down. And that last year at the restaurant, I had gotten married, and I was pregnant with my first son. So I became a mom. I ended up becoming a stay-at-home mom. And after we lost the restaurant, and I was a brand new mom, I knew that restaurant life wouldn't really fit the mom life because being an executive chef, you work breakfast, you work lunch, you work dinner, you work like 12-hour days, 14-hour days, 16-hour days. So I couldn't really see how to continue doing that with a newborn, and we had just lost the restaurant. So I took some time off to do the mom thing, and I really did enjoy that. And then I got pregnant with my second son. But I did know I wanted to do more than just stay at home all the time. I was looking into possibly doing catering or trying to figure out how I could keep my career, but I couldn't really. And then COVID hit too, so which took a lot of restaurants out. So I was really like lost. I didn't really know what to do. And I grew up a gamer. I was like always a gamer girl. Like video games were a part of my everyday life. I really enjoy the whole fantasy aspect of it and becoming your own character and like exploring these worlds and all the different genres you could play. So then during COVID and when my kids went back to school, I had heard about NFTs here and there. I obviously had heard about crypto. My dad was really into crypto, and he kind of tried to introduce me, but I was like, I don't get it. I'm not interested. But then I kept hearing NFTs here, NFTs there. My sister kind of hinted that it might be something I should look into. So once my son started school, the three of us, well, he got hit first, but the three of us ended up having COVID. And I don't know if there's any parents in here, but during the beginning stages, when you got COVID at school, they wouldn't let you come back for like a solid 10 to 14 days. So I was just like, oh gosh, I'm going to be locked up at home with nothing to do. I can't go out. What am I going to do with myself during all this time? And that's when I decided to check out NFTs, and the rest is history. I started with the Vive app of all places. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Vive or Vive. I don't know how to pronounce it. But it's pretty much like this app that introduces NFTs as like statues, and it's like by Disney and Marvel and DC and a bunch of comics. So that was right up my alley. I thought it was so cool. So that really opened up my eyes and my awareness to NFTs, and it got me really excited. I had like a Batman one, a Deadpool one, a Spider-Man one. But then I don't know how long this space is going to go on for, because this story can be pretty long, but a long story short, I met some guy who lost an NFT on the Vive app. He was like about to cry over it. And I was like, what's wrong? And then he explained that he sold like his really valuable one for a really low price. And then we got into this huge conversation about NFTs. And then he was asking me what other projects I was into. I was like, projects? What do you mean? Like, this is an app. So he kind of gave me like the 101. He introduced me to another friend who was doing a lot of NFT. He used to like film TikToks, and like he used to do a lot of NFT updates and news, and like was like pretty much teaching people about NFTs. So we really bonded. He showed me the ways. He made me open up a Discord, or not a Discord. He made me open up a Twitter. He told me when I find projects I like to join their Discords. So I was just kind of listening to this dude. He was kind of guiding me, holding my hand as I came into the space. And I discovered a few projects I really like, and one of the ones I gravitated to, it's called Medicated Mice. It ended up being a rug pull. But I really liked the community aspect. When I landed there, like I was on Discord every day. There were everyone was really vibing. The AMAs were fun. Like we were all really excited. We're gonna make it. Blah blah blah. You guys know how it goes. Our founder was very one of those very like over the top, very hype guys. And it was my first experience like minting anything at all. I didn't understand ETH and gas prices and everything at that time. So I got FOMO'd so hard in my first community. And funny enough, I ended up a whale in this community. I had no business becoming a whale. Like my dad had transferred some ETH for me to play around with, and he wanted me to like, do my research, pick something here, pick something there. And my dumbass like just spent all of it on this one project because I got FOMO'd so hard. So funny enough, I ended up in the whales chat, and that's where I vibed with some of these people. And a couple of those people, one of them ended up being my artist, Rob Mara, and another one was our original founder at Invisible Enemies. So the three of us like hit it off. We kind of like we're talking on the back end, and we're like, oh, let's help each other like learn new communities. Let's help each other flip NFTs. Maybe we could do a project. So that's kind of where it started. And then Rob Mara was a tattoo artist, so he was just kind of drawing images and animals and people and things. And then at some point it was suggested to try aliens. So we started drawing aliens, and it looked really cool. We all really liked it. And we were like, oh, this would be perfect for our project. And when we actually got serious about starting a project, we knew we wanted to help people. And we came to the conclusion that a group of people that could really use help are veterans. When we came up with the name Invisible Enemies, we were talking about, that like inner battle that everyone has. Everyone has to fight your inner demons, your inner thoughts, negative thoughts. So the name Invisible Enemies was born, and we knew that veterans suffered a lot from that internal battle, that battle against their invisible enemies. So it just clicked. It worked. The aliens were perfect for what we were trying to do. He started putting military uniforms on them. And that's pretty much where and how the project was born. That happened over a year ago. We've been in this space for a long time now. It's been over a year. And we slowly grew. We added more people to the team. Originally, our team was 6 of us. Rob was really strong with the ATS community, the Apes Together Strong community, and that's where we met Sam the Capitalist, who became our project manager. And we decided to do everything organically. A lot of people were buying influencers and buying followers, and that just wasn't the route we wanted to take. We wanted to be very authentic, very genuine, really organic, and grow with the right people and the right crowd. Because of the message behind our project, we knew we weren't going to be a quick flip, or we didn't want to just pump and dump, nothing like that. Like, this was something we really wanted to build, we really believe in. And yeah, that's how the project was born. We've been in the space for over a year, and we are all about like building awareness. That's the main focus for our project, building awareness around these invisible enemies, and also how high veteran suicide has become, and that we need to do our part. We really do need to love and support our veterans, and be there for them. They definitely go through so much. So yeah, that's how the project was born.
That is absolutely incredible. Fair play to you as well, and it sounds like you've been through an absolute roller coaster. And I'm sorry to hear about the situation with your restaurant as well. But it's amazing that there's a great cause in there, and you're absolutely right in regards to veterans. That is a really important and also a very heartwarming thing that you're doing, because it's amazing that you're just standing up for a cause as necessary and important as that. But like I said, that sounds like you've been on an absolute roller coaster. So, fair play, and doing it organically is definitely the way to go. I can completely see why Tricky vibed with you guys, because, that is us on every level, trying to do things organically and, do it the right way. And, it sounds like you've got an amazing team as well. And, huge respect for that. It sounds like you've definitely taken the right approach. And did you say that it was your dad that gave you some Ethereum?
Yeah, my dad had
That is
been
awesome.
into crypto for a long time, and then he was kind of dipping into NFTs a little bit. So he got so excited when he like realized that I finally like gave in and like listened. So I was like, oh yes, like my daughter and I get to talk NFTs. So he gave me ETH, and I felt so bad. I just like spent it all with medicated mice, and it was a rug. I felt so bad. But you live and you learn, right? I never would have ended up in that whale chat, if that hadn't happened. I never would have met Rob Mara, who became the artist. So it's like I believe in things happening for a reason.
Yeah,
So
I was
that was
just
the
about to
reason for
say.
that.
I was just about to say that everything happens for a reason, because it sure does. But no, it sounds like you've really taken the right approach, and I'm even more excited to learn about your project than ever before, just because you've just mentioned so many amazing points behind it, which is just absolutely incredible. Lady Wings has got a hand up. I think she has a question, if that's all right.
Girl, you knew I loved you from the beginning. But now that I know your backstory, I love you even more. That is so cool that you shared that with us. And I just have to give you props for putting yourself out there like that, because I was over here cracking up, I have to say. But I loved you from the initial. And thank you for sharing that with me, because now I just feel so much closer to you.
Oh, I love you,
Sorry,
Lady
I
Wings.
couldn't wait till later to say that.
No, Lady Wings is amazing. If anyone in here doesn't know Lady Wings, she's a legend in this space. She's always been such a big supporter, and us of hers, hers of ours. So we love you, Lady
A
Wings.
little
I'm
more
glad you heard my
supportive than
backstory.
just a little more supportive than a training bra. But no, I seriously love the fact that you shared that with me, because now it's just like, damn, and I'm not going to say any more till later, but thank you for sharing it.
Of course. Thanks for
But
coming through, Lady Wings.
yeah, bless you, Lady Wings. Yeah, Lady Wings is very well known in the community. She's amazing. But yeah, so like I said, it sounds like you've been on an absolute roller coaster to get from where you were to where you are now. So in regards to your projects, how many NFTs are there in total?
So our collection is 5,346. And I know it sounds like a random number, but we decided to go 1782 is the year that the Purple Heart was established. So we decided to take that number, and we decided to multiply it by 3. And that's how we landed on that size.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. I knew as soon as I heard you say the number, I thought there's going to be a reason, because when you said that you believe everything happens for a reason, I love hearing that, because people usually say that, usually like to put a reason behind the things that they do, which just gives it that more meaning and just makes it that more impactful. So that's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, another thing we do with numbers and for a reason is the number 22. a lot of things that we do will always try and incorporate that number because of the Turn 22 to Zero movement. That movement started in the US many years ago when people started to notice how high the suicide rate was amongst veterans. At that time, it was on average 22 daily would decide to commit suicide. And that's a very high number. That's every single day. Unfortunately, those numbers have been getting higher and higher within the last few years. So, anytime that we can use the number 22, like in our collection, we have 22 of the NFTs as completely invisible aliens to serve as that moment of silence for those veterans who did end up losing their battle. We host AMAs, but we call them 22 questions instead of the original 21 questions. Again, to just push that number over and over. We mint it on January 22nd as well. Yeah, we're always looking for different ways to like use that number to help like build that message and get that awareness out there.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely amazing. And I didn't even know about that movement or it being called that. 22 is actually my favorite number because
it's also my magic number.
Yeah, I was going to say because 2 is my lucky number and 22 has 2 in it twice. And so yeah, funny enough, as you were saying that as well, in the UK it was actually 21-23. 22 being the number in the middle that you were speaking about. I just thought that was kind of timely, shall we say. Sorry, Bacon, what was you saying, buddy?
I was just saying, 22 is my magic number.
Yeah, no, I love that.
Ever since I started the project too, I keep seeing that number like everywhere. So like, I don't know what everyone believes, if you believe in signs or anything like that, but like for me, I do see that number everywhere I go, and I can't help but notice it now. So every time I look at it, I think about like our veterans and the project and stuff. So that number definitely means a lot to me too nowadays.
Yeah, and yeah, you're in the right room here. We all, believing in signs and the universe giving us messages, and when you're on the right path and you're in the right place and you're doing the right things, I think there's many things that symbolize that, and the fact that you've managed to integrate such an important cause within something you're very, very passionate about will make the whole process effortless and meaningful. So I think that's awesome that you've done that, and the fact that you've integrated a good cause to it. I know I keep mentioning that because I know the cause is important, but secondly, although it's not important in regards to the cause, but it shows that you're in this for the long run. It's something that I look at in the form of you're not going to add such an important cause and then disappear, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, we are definitely here to stay. Like we came in right at the end of the bull market. So we've been through the bear, like we are not going anywhere. We've just been building, like while the market's been rough, we've just been building, growing our community, trying to spread awareness with our spaces. We're going to start looking at how to open a nonprofit. That's one of our main goals here. And why not look into it sooner rather than later? If we're not minting right now, it doesn't mean we can't be building in the back end or trying to spread awareness and grow other ways. So,
yeah, no, that's brilliant. And if you just want another little sign that you're on the right track in the right direction, in the UK, your time slot for the space is 2100 to 2200. Just another little thing there that I think is pretty cool. But yeah, so
that is really cool. I love those kinds of signs. It's awesome.
yeah, me too. So in regards to your project at the moment, what have you got coming up? What stage are you at in your roadmap? If you've got a roadmap, and what do you look to build in the future?
Yeah, of course. So we're still at the beginning of the roadmap. We can't like pull the trigger on too many things till we're sold out. But right now we've been minting since January. We've almost hit 1,000. We're getting close to that number. So we still got a ways to go. But we always know that depending on the market, we need to pivot when we need to pivot. So originally we opened at 0.08 ETH, but now we've dropped it to 0.035. We don't want to be too exclusive, we want to do have the door open a little more affordable. But yeah, we've been just building and adding things on as we go. The roadmap, a lot of things that we have now weren't originally in the roadmap. We've just added on as we've gone. So for example, like one of the things in our roadmap is IP rights. We're going to issue IP ownership to all our holders so that they'll own their art. We got partnered up with NFA. So it's a really great place for our holders to use their IP rights. They offer an NFA shop where you can open up your own shop with your own merch and put your NFTs on there. Then huge shout out to Utility Company down there. We met them almost a year ago in the space, and we've just made an amazing relationship and partnership. And they opened something called a partnership program with their automated distillery, the Grain Ledger. So they've given us one of the 5 spots for the veterans category, which means that we're going to receive 10 53-gallon barrels of bourbon that we get to customize. We get to pick the flavors for it. We get to pick how long we age it for, the finish of the bourbon. And then once we do bottle that, we actually get to keep the revenue from those bottles. We could use it for our community. We can use the revenue to continue growing the project. So we just were so shocked that we were able to add on that utility. We're really grateful to them and everything they're doing, of course. And then we, from the beginning in our roadmap, we've offered alpha calls. We used to have a few alpha callers in our Discord. We had a channel for it. It's gone through a little bit of a change throughout the time. It's gone through a little bit of changes. We still have calls coming in from Alpha Red, but we're actually going to take our alpha calls and move it to a token gated Discord. We've partnered up with another veteran project, Ballistic Graffiti Club, and they're going to open up Whiskey Alpha. So anyone who holds our Invisible Enemies NFT, one of our Zetas, or one of their helmets, you as a holder, you're going to gain access to this Discord, which will have alpha calls, but it's also going to have crypto trading. It's going to have financial education. It's going to have sports betting. It's going to have card trading and grading and other things. They're looking to add more things on, like projects to invest in long term, things like that. So that'll be really awesome. That's kind of like an upgrade to our roadmap. And then there's other things in our roadmap that we haven't gone too deep into just because of the way that it's going. But we have added a lot of NFTs that we feel will help us in long term to our treasury. We added a Xeno mining NFT as well as an Alpha Shares mining NFT. We added Valibox, so we have validator nodes. As well as we joined the Aura Exchange platform, so we're working with them as well. We've also formed a lot of partnerships throughout our year here in Web3, including Utility Company. That includes Casa de Luna. That includes, we partnered up with the Sanctuary for their collection, and they are donating $100 per NFT on their end. That's minted with a dog collar with an Invisible Enemies. We've been featured in Malik's Web3 WAGME song, so we're featured in a Web3 song. We've been on the Degener Blockhead trivia show. So there's just been like a lot of awesome opportunities and collaborations that have come across. And then events. We've been putting together a lot of events that weren't in the roadmap, but we thought they'd be really special for our community and our veterans. We hosted an awesome Veterans Day space. We're doing a Memorial Day poker event as well. And yeah, it's not in the roadmap, but the nonprofit is going to be added to it. That is something we're going to try and become. We'd like to become a 501c3, and we'd really like to help with veteran housing because homelessness is another really big issue in the veteran community as well. So always adding on new things, at least trying to.
Yeah, big question is, are you in the community's book? That's the question.
Ooh, I don't think I am. I'm just learning today about the community of communities, so you might have to tell me all about it.
Yeah, absolutely. The Community of Communities book, I was the first page purchased, but Hangry Animals is actually creating it. He's a book publisher for about 20 years. Meta Builders is working in the background for logistics, and Crypto Magazine is basically distributing it. So we're going to put 100 pages, basically 50 to 100 projects, because you can get 2 pages per project max. But hopefully we'll get like 100 projects in each book. Then we're going to do 10 books and make a cartoon and maybe a game, and we've got space on Sky TV for it. We've got a bunch of different connections in the background we're working on for all the other methods of distribution. It'll be available on Amazon as a physical book. It'll also be available as an NFT for really, really, really cheap, probably like one Matic or something like that, just to get it out there to the community. We haven't really, I don't think we've nailed the price yet, but I think that's kind of where we're leaning right now, just to make it a cheap way to support all the communities, right? And yeah, that's basically it. So you have like one page that is a spread that's explaining your project, and then another page that is taking your character from your project and
it's not
implementing
quite
it.
going to work like that. It's a little bit more complicated.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, still working on how the logistics work, but basically you'll be incorporating your character into the storyline.
That sounds pretty awesome. That's like a lot you guys are building with that book.
Yeah,
It sounds like it's going to be
we
an
want to
epic
build
book.
we want to build positive messages into stories involving people's NFT projects. We're trying to get as many people on board to be involved, because I think it's a community of communities. It's exactly what it says on the tin. We've been working on it for ages, and like the progress has been fantastic. People who are buying pages in the book. It's great. It's now real, and we're building in the background. And the thing is, like you were saying, Tricky, we've got so many friends that we've met along our journey of bringing people together, where we've found people with mutual interests, and we can all build like great things together. It's crazy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Super exciting, because we've got people that are putting the book together that have been one of them has been an animator for over 2 decades, doing stuff also like Pixar and Disney. We've got meta builders who have been in the Web3 industry from almost the beginning. Those guys building this industry. We've got Crypto Magazine, which is the largest crypto magazine in the world, and we're going to feature it in the magazine. And they're also publishers as well, so they're going to help us with that side of it. And we've been really fortunate with the people we've partnered with and connected with, and the whole plan is to bring as many projects together to focus on one thing that showcases everybody, making the barrier to entry as low as possible. And there's going to be a series of 10 books, the first book being 150 Matic per double page spread, and then it's going to go up 150 Matic per book, and that will enable us to be able to utilize the funds to put the book together, to obviously pay the people that are working on it, and also to contribute towards all the things that are going to come after as well. And like Tricky was saying, there's an NFT version and a physical version. So the pages of the book, founders will purchase, and then we'll create an actual NFT of the whole book later down the line for the communities to be able to enjoy. So when we projects like yours that's got such a meaningful message, it's exciting for us, because it's an amazing way for you to put your project in this book that's got the reach of the magazine, for example, who are currently available in 21 countries globally for as little as 150 mics. So it's super exciting.
That is really exciting. Yeah, I'm very interested in being a part of this book. It sounds pretty epic. And I love that you guys are doing not only like the NFT version, but also like a physical copy. I think that's really special. You guys got some big pushers behind you. You got some big names there. So that's really cool. I look forward to being a part of that.
Oh, wicked. That's awesome. No, thank you. And yeah, it's exciting, because that's the whole plan behind like your project. You're trying to implement a really important good cause, and you're doing it organically, and you're connecting with people in industry. And Web3 is an amazing place for that connectivity and creativity, and bringing some light in the world again. And the fact that we've got such a global reach on the internet, it's amazing to hear you talk about your project. I'm actually really excited about it, to be honest. Tricky did a great job explaining your project, but when it comes through from you, and you can hear the passion and the dedication, and your genuine care for the causes behind it, it just adds that magic to it. So Yeah, no, really impressed actually, and fair play to you for doing it the way you've done it and taking the approach you've taken. That's really admirable.
Oh, thank you so much for the flowers. Yeah, when this project was formed, I had gone through a lot personally in my personal life. I had some really tough invisible enemies that I was battling, and I was able to get out of that darkness and overcome them. So I knew that in some way, shape, or form, I wanted to help people, like anyone going through that inner battle. I know how hard it can be, and I know how hard it is to get out of, but it's doable. And I don't want people to ever feel alone again. So yeah, when this project was formed, it just felt like it was meant to be, like I was meant to do this. So that's why you hear all the passion in my voice. I really do want to help people, save lives, like do my part for sure. So that's what this is.
Yeah, that's amazing. I can guarantee you probably saved lives already, and it's amazing to hear you say what you're saying. It just resonates with us in so many ways, because that's one of the things that we're super passionate about ourselves is, combating loneliness, because it's a real thing, and mental health is something that we're all advocates for. And, it's so important that that's recognised, and the fact you've integrated it into your project, I just think is brilliant. And, if there's anything we can do to support you in that, that'd be awesome. I mean, we actually run a mental health space every Tuesday ourselves, and it would be a pretty awesome thing if we could get you to come and join, and maybe we specialize it for veterans, and then you can come and tell people about the good cause behind your project and what you're doing. That'd be awesome.
Oh, yes, please. I love getting involved in mental health spaces. So count me in. We'll talk in the back end and set up a date, and we'll definitely do that. I'm all about any mental health space or source or project. So yeah, send them my way anytime for sure.
Yeah, brilliant. I will do. Thank you. But yeah, so in regards to the project that you've been working so hard on, what would you say you get most excited about? What is it about your project that you really enjoy showcasing? Because as a founder, there's certain things that take a lot of effort, that it's the things that you add to the project that give it that little bit of meaning, and something that clearly matters a lot to you.
I think the thing that like warms my heart the most or makes me the happiest when I am doing this project is I know like the bear market's tough and everything costs money and there's no mints coming some days, and it's easy to get discouraged in the space. But when I do like spaces like this one, or we'll host our buddy check and someone comes up and talks about how they're feeling or what they're going through, for me, if like there's that one person in the audience who really needed to hear this message, who really needed to hear, hey, I'm not alone, hey, others are going through something as well, like I can resonate with this, I can relate to this, like, oh, like this what I'm feeling inside, it's a battle against my invisible enemies, people know that this is going on and I'm not alone. Like for me, that's like I've done my job, like if I touch somebody's heart, if I made someone smile, if I lit up someone's day, like that's why I'm doing this. I don't know when we'll mint out. I don't know, what the sales will be. I don't know when the next collection's coming, but I just know I'm going to show up every day and, do my part to try and help people one step at a time. It's going to come when it comes, and we'll be building until then, and we'll keep anytime we can collaborate or brainstorm with others that are like-minded. We're always looking to evolve with those kind of people.
Yeah, and let me say, you've definitely touched my heart, so you can know that. And when you were talking about the cause behind it, I thought you might have gone through some troubles yourself as well, just because of your level of understanding. So I just want to say as well, like, thank you for committing to this. And I know it doesn't, maybe not impact me directly, but I know that there'll be many people that do need to experience the things that you provide and hear the things that you say. And I know that comes with a massive weight of responsibility and, the pressure as well, because, you want to show up for people all the time. So I just want to say that, on behalf of the people that may have never said it, thank you, because it's amazing that you're doing that. And, we all know how hard life can get. And, I've got children myself, so I know how hard it is to, do multiple things, you know, do our jobs, be parents, you know, be husbands or wives, and, you know, be friends, and also, you know, be in Web3 and put the time and energy and effort into this as well, you know, because this matters to people, you know, and your project clearly matters to you, and, you know, you're really trying to target people in the world that really need that support. And I know you'll know better than anyone that from the people they should be getting it from, they're just not getting it. So it's amazing that you've stepped up and decided to change that. And, you know, I can tell you, everyone on our team would be more than happy to support and help you any way we can. And I'm really glad you've come tonight. And now we're made more aware of what it is that you guys do, because it just helps us be able to support that little bit more. So, no, that's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, well said. This is a good time to everyone follow Invisible Enemies and all these friends in the room, all these guys that are here rocking the pluses. And, you know, you guys could be anywhere right now, but you showed up here, you're rocking with us, and I appreciate you. So retweet the room. Make sure you're following all the people around here and next to you. You know, this is how we grow together. We can actually accomplish some great things. So thank you, Invisible Enemies, for showing up. And this is it does mean a lot, you know, to see you doing that. And as a hidden chronic illness advocate, you know, I've really kind of enjoyed my advocate role, and being able to help other people is so rewarding beyond the mint out and beyond the money. You know what I mean? I wouldn't trade that for anything, to be honest. And I know the bull run is just around the corner. So we're just building, you know, we're building the roads right now. We're building the infrastructure. And this is how it goes. But we'll be ready when that next cycle comes, and that's when we'll be able to really do all the things we want to do. And
Yeah, absolutely. I also feel it's coming. So we just got to keep believing in ourselves, do what we said we came here to do. You know, any little discouragement isn't going to stop us. But I do want to say that it is also important, something that you guys touched up on, is like to take the time off as well. Like, I know Web3 never sleeps. But at the end of the day, like, make sure you know, fill your cup, like make sure you take care of yourself, your health, spend time with your friends and family, because they are very important. And if you don't have that source, Web3 and communities, they really are invaluable. Like, I've met so many people that I don't even consider my friends anymore. Like, some of these guys have become my family. I talk to them every single day, you know. And one of the things we always preach at Invisible Enemies is like, if it's not a Wednesday and buddy check's not on, like, if you're going through it, like, please reach out to someone, like either DM me, come in our Discord, we'll get on a voice chat with you. We have private veteran to veteran chats. If you're a veteran and you want to talk about something you've experienced with people that have been through something similar, we do have that private chat. But yeah, like, if you're ever just, you know, feeling alone, or, you know, if you are feeling any kind of depression or suicidal tendencies, like, do not keep that inside. Do not internalize that. Reach out to someone in your real life. If you don't have someone in your real life, please reach out to your community in Web3. Like, either the leaders in your community. I'm always open. I always say my DMs are open if you're going through it. Like, I'll get a call with you, whatever I can do. But yes, like, never feel alone, because the truth is you're not. Like, there are people here for you, and there are a lot of people who genuinely care. So yeah, never keep that internalized.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to see a link to, you know, for maybe I have a mental health space, for example, in my Discord. But I would like to have like a link to your Discord there as well, you know, for extra awareness. And maybe we could put you in the community of communities spatial, you know, and have another way to have people get to contact you. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll make a little post real quick with our Discord, so anybody in here that wants to join can feel free to join it. And yeah, every Wednesday we do our Wellness Wednesday. We do our buddy check with Utility Company down here, and we do like live music, guided meditation, and then we do open up the floor for discussion. If you want to talk about something you're going through, if you want to vent, if you just want to make a new friend, we're there every Wednesday. We really enjoy that space together.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, if you're going to do a post as well, put your website on there as well, so that people can check that out. And for anyone listening, it's invisibleenemiesofficial.io. If anyone wants to check that out, you can see the Invisible Enemies team on there as well, which is awesome. And I also love that there's a a veterans ambassador who's actually a veteran as well. I think that's awesome, because I think when it comes to mental health, for people that seek help, a lot of the time they will, try and get counselling, or they'll engage with people that may have got qualifications to provide that service, but may have not have experienced it themselves. So the fact that there's someone there that you can reach out to that's been through it themselves personally, I think that's a really amazing touch.
Thank you. Yeah, sorry. It's hard to make a post and then I have to come back and unmute. So I'll get that post up in a second. But no, yeah, we have awesome veteran community. Whenever veterans come into our Discord, we ask them to verify that they're a veteran, and then we give them a veteran role, like where they served, if they're in the Army, the Navy, the Marines, the Air Force, the Coastal Guard, if they're retired, if they're disabled. And then we always give them a welcome gift. And then they get access to those private veteran channels. They get access to disability sources, mental health sources, housing sources. And we do have some amazing veteran ambassadors. Wingman, he was one of our original ambassadors. He's now our community manager. He's taken some time off of Web3, but he's very well known in the space. He was an Army veteran himself. He started Unit 22, which was a movement for Web3 to help build that awareness around veteran suicide and the importance of mental health as well. And then Jimmy, All Things Crypto, he's our other veteran ambassador. He's an awesome personality in the space. He served in Australia. And he's known for being part of Ape Spaces and NFA. So he's an awesome dude too. And then we've been doing also Veterans of the Month. So every month we're showing off a new person as a new like Web3 personality who's also a veteran. We talk about what they're doing and building in Web3. So that's been a really cool thing we've started this year as well. But I'm going to try and make that post real quick. So give me 1 second.
Yeah, absolutely. No problem. No, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'd just take this time to say what's up to Gremgoyles. I saw you popped in the room. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, doing well. Just lost a tournament, no biggie. I just gave away $100 to the Spammers. Yeah, we had a brawl in our Discord. It hurts differently when you host a game and you like lose it all as hosting, and that wasn't the plan. That's where I'm at right now. Yeah, but I'm just hanging out with you. Just came to say hi.
Cool.
Hi.
We'd love to.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Graham. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, we'd love to get you to talk about your project in some more detail here one of these days for sure. So yeah, you're always welcome to the space, buddy. I got to get in your Discord myself. You've always got games going on, but I'm in so many Discords and doing so many things. I always miss the games. I catch maybe like a dozen games a week, but that means I'm missing like 83, 84. You know what I mean?
It's all good, bro. You'll get there eventually, and I'm excited about the Invisible Enemies collaboration with the Wild Guardians poker, because we're involved in that as well. That's going to be fun.
Nice.
Yeah, shout out. Thank you for joining that, Gremgoyles. Yeah, if anyone in here is interested, that Memorial Day poker event, it's going to be on Tuesday. We want people to spend time with their friends and family on Memorial Day. So we're hosting it Tuesday after 22 questions, because we do have the Wild Guardians as our featured guest. But yeah, we're asking project founders that want to be involved to do a $25 minimum donation. And then we're taking half of that for the prizes, but the other half we're going to donate to Mission 22. That's a 501c3, and they do a lot of helping disabled veterans, families who've lost servicemen, servicewomen, or their vets, as well as memorials. So it'll be a really special event. Everyone's welcome to join. And I did make that tweet, so I pinned it up top. It has our website, our Discord link, and even our Instagram.
Let's go. All right, sharing that out. Everyone, follow them right now. Make sure you're in the Discord and checking out their project. Just keep learning more. I'm very interested to see how you do and how you develop. I really want to see the new. I want to develop a non-for-profit myself, so I have some insight, but also I need I'm going to need help as well. So maybe we can help each other, or glean some information from each other. Either way.
I'm always down to help and collaborate, of course. Yeah, we'll help each other along the way. It's easier to do it when you have friends.
Right. Yeah, I was a research analyst and a personal advisor for a long time, ever since like 2010, basically. So I love doing research now. I'll figure it all out. How's it going, Graham? See your hand up.
Yeah, I was curious about what time that poker game was going to happen, and which Discord was it going to be in, so I could let the community know.
Yeah, so the poker event, it's after 22 questions, so that means it's at 9 p.m. EST on Tuesday, and we're going to do it in Club GG, like in the app. So I don't know if it's going to be my Discord or Wild Guardians, I guess either one, but the whole thing's in Club GG, so I don't even know. I don't think we're going to have a space or anything for it, just the poker tourney.
Perfect. So there's no Twitter space, so you can actually be in Discord and also be in a Twitter space with me on Tuesday night with Nikki and Tricky Taco Tuesdays.
You had me at tacos. Maybe poker and taco Tuesdays. Yep. Tuesday night. Yeah.
It's an adult space, but we make tacos and have some fun, and yeah, it's always at 10 o'clock to midnight, but maybe we'll pull it back sometimes to 9 to 11, depending on what the schedules are, and other conflicting spaces and whatnot. We're not real sticklers for time with that space.
How is there a Taco Tuesday space and I've never been? I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, we just did it. We just did it like recently. I think we've only had like 3 of them so far. So yeah, we're just growing, and I'll probably have to schedule it out here pretty soon and share it out. I'll make sure I send you the invite for sure.
Yeah, Tricky had a monster giveaway on one of his Tuesdays as well.
Yeah. Oh, that was on a Monday. We had GLE.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
GLE came on a Monday with that $600 giveaway for someone asking a good question. That was sick. That was epic. We do have giveaways on Tuesdays though. We if we can get the room over like 30 people, we give away an NFT. And if we get the room to the right size, we've actually got a couple higher value NFTs we can give away. We've got some IRL art that's been turned fractionalized into NFTs. And we've got a Puff Puff Panda NFT and a couple others that have been donated to the space. So yeah, it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow fast, I think, and we'll start to do more giveaways. And yeah, if I can't make you drool over.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out for sure. I actually have tacos in my near future for lunch, so I very much so resonate with your Taco Tuesday space. I will be there.
Let's go. Yeah, and I can do that. I'll be like in my space.
Yeah,
and in Discord. That'll be good. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everyone.
Bless it. And yeah, if you're listening now.
Oh, sorry, Brev. I was gonna say if you're in here right now.
Yeah, no, you're right. Carry on, my friend. Carry on.
Yeah. Throw this out a little bit. We've got a little bit of extra time. Do we want to talk to Gremgoyles about their project a little bit? Do we have some extra time to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can talk to Gremgoyles. I was going to suggest that before, but I just wanted to quickly say to Mally, I've got 5 children, so do not worry about your children in the background. Bless them.
Yeah, he wasn't kidding when he said he's got kids.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding.
I've got 5 football team.
Yeah. So,
5. How do you balance Web3? I have 2 and I struggle, and like I feel like everyone in Web3 knows that screen by now.
Yeah, no, so, I love to hear it. They're full of life. They're full of life, aren't they? No, I love it because usually I'm the one that's always worried about my background. So, and it's because my wife is incredible, which is how we managed to cope with 5. So, shout out to my wife. It's her birthday tomorrow as well. So,
he married a
for
beautiful
sure. Shout out to her.
She can actually wrangle them all. She's got enough arms.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. She needs an octopus in her too.
I don't know how she does it, man. How do you wrangle 5 kids with 2 arms? That's not possible. The numbers are not in your favor.
Yeah, just so you know, Trick is just called you an octopus.
With love, though, with love and admiration and deep
You know,
respect.
she nodded her head in agreement. She's like, yeah, I can go with that.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm really winding you up, but yeah, no, that's funny.
Does anyone have any questions for Invisible Enemies before we go on and talk to Gremgoyles a little bit?
I just want to say
thank
you again for all that you're doing for veterans. I come from a military family. My sister is currently deployed. She's in Kuwait right now on her way to Jordan and Syria for the next 6 months. And so mental health.
Yeah. Is someone speaking right now? That my space has gone really quiet. I don't know if it's...
Yeah, Miss Evie.
Yeah, Miss Evie is, yeah.
Ah, right. Okay, I'll quickly leave and come back so I can hear her. Give me a sec.
No, you might not want to leave and come back. You might not want to do that. You'll wreck the space.
I can do it so fast. I can do it so fast that I can catch the space. I've done it so much.
He's got the skills to pay the bills here.
I'm either going to look really, really cool right now, or I'm going to look like an idiot. So let's
right. He's going to be like flawless, or we will all restart the space in just a minute.
Right. Hopefully we don't bug, but yeah, I just know that mental health for the military very needed, and I appreciate you and thank you for everything that you're doing. This is awesome, and yeah, it's needed. So if there's anything that the community of communities can do to help you, we are here for you.
Oh, thank you so much, Eve. I really appreciate that. You got to thank your sister for me, of course, with everything she's doing. Shout out to her. But yeah, thank you so much for the flowers. Yeah, the importance of mental health. I just can't stress it enough. So would definitely love to tap in with you guys and continue to help each other in this mental health journey for sure.
Yeah, and if you want to represent the plus, I mean, you're more than welcome to stick the plus on your name.
Yeah, go ahead, add the plus so you're one of us, and then hopefully we will see you in our book soon.
Yeah, so how is it that Rev puts it? He's got a little thing that he says.
Yeah, if you've got the plus, you're one of us.
Oh, I like the ring to that. That's epic. I love it.
But yeah, so, I was able to leave and come back. I just didn't want to miss Evie speaking because she always makes me proud. So yeah, I'm glad I was able to come back and hear you there, Evie. Evie's the queen bee of the communities.
So do you just like close your Twitter app real quick and open it back up, or how'd you save the room? I've never tried it and I'm too scared.
So if you've got co-hosts, I think that might be a factor as well. But basically, if you close the app and then click on it again straight away and click your profile picture, it shows that you're in a space yourself, and then you click it and then click reconnect, and no one else will even know about it. But sometimes when it plays up and you can't hear certain people, it's horrible. And yeah, I learned that if I just close the app and open it real quick, I can get back in the space and reconnect it. I don't know how long you've got to do that, so don't gamble on it. But
yeah, you have like 30 seconds.
Move, you pulled it off.
Freezes, yeah, if anything freezes, you'll crash the space. But you get like 30 seconds actually. It's not a bad window.
Like I said, skills to pay the bills.
Exactly. We've got to live life on the edge, and you take a little risk here and there. But yeah, so sorry, Tricky, go on.
We know he's quick. We know he's quick with 5 kids. You know what I mean? We know he's got the skills.
Yeah, I'm sure my wife will agree with every single section of that statement as well. But yeah, Mally, thank you so much as well for joining us tonight. If you've got anything extra to add, please do. If you have any closing statements, I mean, obviously you can stay with the mic and on the stage, but obviously I'm curious to learn more about Graham as well. But thank you so much for coming tonight. I appreciate your time and all your efforts with your project from start to finish. I love how you've done it organically and you've not botted anything, and you've got an amazing cause as well that is so needed in the world right now. So the fact that you're adding your love into Web3 and really doing something is important. I'm looking forward to supporting that across all our socials, and the communities, although we're on Twitter, we're also on TikTok as well, and Instagram and a few other platforms as well. But we actually came over from TikTok. That was where our journey started, which is a cool way that we started doing what we did. But it was a nice touch for us, I think, personally, because we saw each other's faces on that platform, because obviously a lot of it's content based, so we got sort of built up trust in that way, and then moved over to Twitter because TikTok wasn't being very nice to us, and it's not as big as a fan of Web3 as we are.
You know what's funny is the way I discovered NFTs was actually in my TikTok feed. So I'll have to give you a follow. I don't have one for the account, but I just use it personally. But I'll definitely give you guys a follow over there. But yeah, I really enjoyed being on this space. This was like I personally enjoy these more intimate ones a lot more than, that like 5-10 minute chill, like done it a million times, wash and repeat.
Yeah.
So
That's what we're here for.
Space.
That's exactly what we're here for. We hear that from a lot of the guests that we bring on that are used to those kind of spaces, and they're like, oh, it's so refreshing to actually be able to sit down and have a chat, and and actually get a real understanding of who you are and what you do and that sort of thing. It's great.
Yeah, no, this is an awesome space. Yeah, I'm definitely going to tell all my friend founders if they can get on the show to get on, because I really, truly enjoyed it. So shout out to Tricky for hooking it up.
Just get them to fill out the form, and one of the team will reach out to you.
Awesome. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll have to spread the form out a little bit.
Yeah, no, definitely. And thank you. And yeah, no, I appreciate you saying that, because, like Bacon was saying, we do hear that a lot, and that's the sort of angle we wanted to go at, is to give people a chance to really understand, because to explain a project in 20 minutes, I mean, we could talk about our projects for 20 hours and still only have scratched the surface. So it's nice for people to get, for you just to have that time to think about what you're saying and talk about the different parts of it, rather than trying to rush it all into a short space of time, and it being alongside 15 other projects, and hoping people remember. And so yeah, no, it's awesome to hear that as well, and it's also nice for people to get a better understanding of you personally as well as the founder, and people can listen to your talk for long enough to sort of get a good gauge of that, because I think that's important as well, is knowing who's behind the project. Although it may not be everything, it's nice to get a feel of where you're trying to take this, what you're trying to do, and from my perspective, hearing how genuine you sound, and how much you clearly care about the things that you're doing, it's amazing. And shout out to the little kiddies in the background as well, bless them. I'm sure they definitely give you a run for your money as well. So to do the two at the same time, big shout out for that.
Thank you. Yes, they do give me a run for my money. I can't tell you how many times in spaces I'm like running from one end of the house to the other, trying to hide in closets and bathrooms so I can get my pitch out. But yeah, well, I talked to a lot of founders in this space, and they couldn't agree more. People love these intimate spaces. So you guys really do have something special going here. Keep doing it. Keep on trucking. And I cannot wait to learn more about the book and hopefully be a part of that book. It sounds really cool. So very excited for what you guys are doing too.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And yeah, Tricky, massive shout out to you for bringing yet another amazing guest on the stage. And I just want to do a quick shout out to Tricky as well. While we're talking about him, Tricky's been an absolute legend. I met Tricky on TikTok a really long time ago, and the man has been genuine from the off, very transparent. Getting to know him and learning about all the things that Tricky goes through. I won't say anything in case there's anything people might not know, but the things that he overcomes and still turns up every single day to just spread that positivity and that strengthening Web3 the way he does, just by being such an amazing advocate for all the things that he believes in, and really working hard to network and connect with people, and just pulling all the good people together across the industry. It's an absolute skill set, and I've got a lot of love and respect for Tricky, and he's got an amazing project himself, and he's really got an amazing reputation, and rightfully earned. So I'll stand by Tricky from the day I met him, and I'll stand by him for the foreseeable. We're very lucky to have him on our team, and it's amazing that he's in the community. So big love to you as well, Tricky.
Oh, thanks for the flowers, buddy. Yeah, I'm so glad we all met on TikTok. Even if they don't like our Web3 content right now, we made some friendships and made some alliances that is really it's already lasted 2 years. This is crazy. I love my Web3 fam. It's great.
Yeah, definitely. No, it was definitely interesting to start our journey on TikTok. And it was all. I was also pretty gutted as well because I'd done really well on that platform, and when it was then causing a lot of difficulty to have to move onto a different platform, I was very hesitant at first. But you came and tried the water, and you was like, you guys need to get over here. And I'm so glad we listened. But yeah, amazing. There's a reason why you're an advisor.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I'm so glad we're all over here now. Things are definitely growing rapidly. You blew up on TikTok. You had like almost 26,000 people following you. Shit was massive. Yeah, you're delightful as fuck. You know what I mean? That's great.
Yeah, amazing. It blew my mind.
I was like, I need this man on my team. Please be my community manager.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. But yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing for sure. But yeah, so
let's bring our new guest speaker to speak about your project. How's it going, buddy?
Yeah. How's it going? Is that it's Jason, right? Jay from Grumgoyles, right? Is that who's on the other side of that PFP?
Yeah. It's Jake and X.
Yep. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. What's up? What's your name? Where'd you come from?
I'm Jake and X. I'm from New York City, States, and the founder of the project. His name is Pinky. He's from Montreal, Canada. So the team's all spread out, but we're all on the East Coast, so that helps with time zones when it comes to spaces and everything in between. We worked together on a prior project, a rug pull, and then we came together on this project. And we know the do's and don'ts, so I'm glad that I'm part of the
hold
team.
on, you're telling me that you got rug pulled and then you came together and then built something even more awesome? Because that is the thing we hear from like nearly every NFT project. It's the same thing. Like we were really hyped about this thing, and then it all turned to shit. But like the people were still there. We were like, and those people come together and build something really cool, and people do it all the time, and I love that.
Yeah, that's really what it is, and it wasn't easy because, when we left, it was like, okay, yeah, we'll support you. But then when we started to make our name for ourselves and get buzz and recognition and people wanted to collab with us and we became bigger than them or started to become bigger than them, it took a negative turn. They started to talk shit about us and all that in between. So in the end, even though they tried, they couldn't stop us, and now they're gone, and we're still here.
So I don't know anything about your projects. So what you guys up to?
We have this animated cartoon series on YouTube, and it's all community driven, all community made. So when you own certain NFTs, commons, rares, and legendaries, we make you a custom Grimgoyle, and you can have a voiceover in the animated cartoon series. And the art.
Did you say voiceover?
Yeah, voiceover. You can be an actor or actress, and play yourself. Play whatever character you decide us to make.
What if I've got like 12 characters?
Okay, then you'll pay the voice for 12 characters.
Yeah, we better hope you got 12 personalities.
No,
but when you first started talking,
there actually
I thought
is
you were basically saying now you started off doing a rug, but then when I listened for a second, you was involved with being rugged. So at first I was like, did he just say he started off in this industry and he did a rug and then took it seriously?
No, yeah, it was. You see. It was rugging for a while. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was rugging for a while, but when like everything is burning down all around you, and you're just trying to like keep everything stable. Like
you have no idea.
The whole house is on fire, and you have a bucket of water, and you just trying to save what's left, but everything is burning. That's literally what was happening. And then
I have the perfect meme for that. I'm gonna post it in the comments.
And then what happened was the founder, in a very intimate small room with another person who was hosting, said, "Man, I've been trying, but man, the team is just not there, not helping us." Now the team is literally me and Pinky, literally the marketing guy slash community manager, me, and then Pinky, like the artist. That's the team because everybody else left because everybody else knew better. But we were just like so loyal and holding on for dear life that it wasn't until the founder vocally said that we're the reason why shit's going left, and he said it with the four of us in the room, and the four of us in the space, like there was no one else there. You know what I mean? So once he put it out there, I was like, oh, so that's how you really feel about us. Okay. You just got put it out like that? All right, say less. So then, we left and there was like no hard feelings. But then once, we got the buzz going, like literally like the next day or a day later, they started to hate. And we just distanced ourselves from them and now they're gone. And now all those people that, came to their side and believed what they had to say about us, now they're working with us. And the original people that are talking shit, they're gone. And it's like, okay, they were right. So, but anyway, I don't want to dwell on that too much. Get back to what the Grimgirls are about. And the Grimgirls are pretty much a mesh between gremlins and gargoyles. Do you know what gremlins are? You ever heard of that movie from the 1980s? It was like a show where these creatures
Who
got wet.
hasn't heard of Gremlins?
Yeah. Well, I mean, some
Do
people
me
were
do me a
born in
favour.
2000.
Can you pull your mic away from your mouth a little bit? It's just a little bit oversaturated, and it's sort of like
Oh,
I can't hear what you're saying at some points because it's just like blocking it out.
All right, is this better?
Oh, way better.
Oh, yeah, you
Okay,
sound
I was
too,
I
man.
was on my
That's awesome.
I was on my Bluetooth. Sorry about that.
I know it's all right, but don't worry.
Yeah, so the Gremlins movie and the Gargoyles animated cartoon series that used to come on in the 90s. So it's a mesh between those two creatures. So I'm assuming Invisible knows about gargoyles. The way you started going off with those emojis.
Yeah, the Disney show. I loved that show. I love the Grim. I love to watch them come to life and like watch over the city at night. Yeah, I know that cartoon really well.
Right. The lion,
Epic,
the guy
yeah.
who plays the voiceover. Yep.
So good, yeah.
So the founder of the project, the artist, he's a one-of-one artist, Pinky, the guy from Montreal. He was trying to draw an animated version of his daughter, and then that show and that movie came on, and that's literally how the first Grimgirl was formed. So the project was formed not from like, okay, I want to build a community, I want to do this, I want to do that. It literally was formed from him trying to draw a cartoon version of his daughter, and then organically everything else just came together. That's how it all started. And it actually started while we're part of that other project. Because I remember him showing it on Discord, like, hey guys, what do you think about this? And I'm like, it's all right. Yeah, it's all right. And here goes Pinky right now. He just showed up with his new art for the V2 collection. But yeah, and then he talked about the idea of like there being 3 castles and 3 kings, and there are 3 private chats on the Discord that separate. It's all tied into the storyline, and then the community would be part of the storyline, and what we talk about on Spaces would be part of the script, and we can implement that in the cartoon. And then the conversation was like, that sounds crazy wild, and why would anybody want to separate their chats on Discord? It's supposed to be Web3, bringing people together. That's never going to work. And then it worked, and then they tried to copy us. But anyways, moving right along. So cartoon series is what we're trying to get across. We're trying to be on a streaming platform like a Netflix or like a Hulu or Apple TV. And as we were minting, our bit prices varied from 0.03 all the way to 0.15 Ethereum, because we had like a few different price points, different options in choosing your NFT. You had either 3, 0.03, 0.05, 0.07 in phase 1, or you had phase 2, which was mystery boxes for 0.15 Ethereum, or Castle 4 for 0.04. So if you go to our website, you're going to see phase 1, phase 2, and mystery boxes. And that pretty much clears up what was going on there. So different tactics that we used to sell our Grimgoyles. They weren't cheap, right? It really was building the community and animated cartoon series. We did and still are doing a lot of social events with a lot of projects. Like, for instance, this Brawlhalla tournament that I mentioned. This would probably be like the fifth one that we've done. It's always been with different projects, all coming together, it being live streamed and recorded on our Discord, and it's free promo, right, for the projects involved. It's a way of the rest. That's really just chilling out, hanging out, founders hanging out, community members hanging out on the weekends, and you can win some money out of it, right? So aside from Evolve, the animated cartoon series, and we also our NFTs also evolve. So right now we're evolving. Right now we're teenagers. So we went from baby Grimgoyles to teenagers, and you can choose your sex. You can decide if you're going to be a male or female teenager. All you got to do is buy the potion for 0.02. And I did put one of the teenagers in the comment section. Actually, two, actually. There's one
Hey, that's
smoking.
like real life, by the way. You can do that in real life, too.
Right,
Choose
right.
If you want to be a male or female nowadays. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. When people say, "What about them or they?" I'd say, well, if you just stay, if you just stay as a Grimgoyle, then you are they, because it's you're considered to be unisex.
No quiero hacer nada muy difícil porque pues quiero que la gente. Oh,
Someone's mic is
sorry, I'm
open.
sorry. I was unmuted. I'm all talking Spanish with my mom.
Oh
Sorry.
no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, you're unisex if you stay a baby Grimgoyle, and then you can choose your sex when you evolve. So, anyways, so we're teenagers. In like 5 days, we'll become beasts, and then after beasts, we'll become elders. And if you get to the last form, we're doing a giveaway where you can win a nice little ledger. And then, sorry, it's like the motorcycle's going off over here. What else is going on with us? Oh, halfway through Mint, we got picked up. We got spotted by a company called Funko Pop. I don't know if you guys know what a Funko Pop is. It's an American toy company. It's been around for 25 years. Started off in the 90s, and they do physical collectibles. So, like, NFTs are digital collectibles, and they have resale values that can go pretty high with NFTs. Same thing with Funko Pop.
Is it those pop head things? The little round faces?
Yep.
Yeah, I know the ones.
Yep.
I think everyone's seen it, surely.
I'm sure they have, yeah. But I didn't know how big of a deal they were until I did my research on them. And apparently, Pinky here has enough to buy a whole house, apparently. And the value that he has well over 4,000.
But what he's not telling you is his house is full of them from floor to ceiling across every wall.
No, he has a room.
So he's built a house out of them. He doesn't need to buy a house because he's got them.
Right. Right. So Funko Pop spotted us and was like, we like you guys. You guys got, and they did the research, of course. They had to do their due diligence. We're halfway through Mint. We have a small collection. We have a small team. Let's help you mint out. And they sent us Funko Pops to give away, and we gave them away. And now we're gonna have our very own Grimgoyle Funko Pop. So this will be the first NFT project to be sponsored by Funko Pop, and to have an NFT made by them as well. San Diego Comic-Con is coming up in July. They're going to fly out Pinky to San Diego Comic-Con, where they will present the Funko Pop Grimgoyle. And he went there last month after we sold out. And he had to pitch the project as if he was in a shill space in front of a board of execs, and I guess he did his thing, because he wasn't the only project that was there. There were other projects that were there. Would you believe that? He thought he was the only one, but he was in a room full of other projects, and I guess they were like, this guy is serious. He actually has a lawyer. Everybody else just came in and just tried to degen it out. And long story short, we got the deal. We got the deal there, and I've seen some some images of what it looks like. There's one particular person that is so lucky right now because they own the NFT that the Grimgoal was made, and yeah, they own the IP rights for it. So just imagine how that's going to look for them. But anybody who owns a Grimgoal is going to be you know, eating pretty well, I think, because once it hits the shelves of Walmart, Target, GameStop, or whatever store it drops in, if you own a Grimgoil, congratulations! Now you can tell your friends, listen, that toy in the store, I own the, I have one of those collections. I have one of those digital collectibles in my wallet. You know, how many projects can say that? So that stumbled into our hands when we were selling the project, and we're very grateful for it. But on to the next sponsorship. We're trying to get a sponsorship. We're trying to get a deal with like either Netflix or Hulu and see if we can get our cartoon series or a cartoon series on a streaming service. So right now we're just hanging out and we're maintaining. We haven't stopped. We haven't slowed down since the sellout, and we're just like collaborating with as many projects as possible, making sure that we stay on top of things, keeping our communities engaged and happy, and still building new potential investors for the next collection, which should be dropping in a few months. Actually, we're not going to wait a whole year to drop another collection. We have already completed the V2s while we have been evolving our NFTs. I do see a hand is up. Someone have a question? Christopher?
I do. I came in a little late while you were talking, so I sent you a DM so I can kind of remember to follow up with you. I dig the in real life business stuff, especially with these collectibles. I have another collection a friend showed me called Squats, and I was like, well, what's the utility? Like, how do we earn? And he's like, well, they're collectibles, and then people are like starting to catch on to them, and they might be famous one day. I'm like, okay, if it's cool enough to me, then I'll get involved. And since you're already like in cahoots with Funko and stuff, like that's pretty huge, dude. Gotta say, I love the Gremlins movies and the Gargoyle animated cartoon show from back in the day when I was, a youngster. So that stuff relates to me. But yeah, you got good utility and stuff, then you'll be seeing me around.
Oh, thanks, bud. Appreciate you saying that. And yeah, we're I can't talk about too much about what we want to do with the Grimgoyles and Funko Pop, but I will say this. This is a recorded space. Yeah. Okay, I won't say this. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it now. I will say this: it's gonna be a fun ride, guys. Buckle up. This summer is gonna be great, and sweep the floor. I mean, if you go to phase 2 right now, the floor is looking like I think 0.04 for like maybe two NFTs, and then the rest is like 0.07 for phase 2, and then phase 1 the floor is like 0.4. But if you wanted to get a custom where you can have a voiceover, you can go to mystery boxes, and for 0.1 Ethereum, someone's selling their GG ticket. And what a GG ticket is, it allows you to get a custom Grimgoyle made, and you're allowed to be part of the animated cartoon series and have a voiceover. And then once you go to our Discord and we create you a custom, then you can put that same ticket on the floor, and you can sell it again. And some of the royalties goes back to the community wallet. So it's forever being reused, that GG ticket, where everybody has a chance. But we don't make up the prices for the ticket. The person that got that ticket, they bought a mystery box for 0.15, and they got like 10 to 16 items. Some of them got lucky and got like the gold boxes that gave them the gold coin, which the gold coin gives them an airdrop for an NFT every single month in their wallet. It gives them Grimgoyle music. It gives them a free mint on the V2 collection, and it gives them a free potion to evolve their Grimgoyle. So 3 people got that, and everybody else got like 10 to 16 items. Yeah, there's a lot, guys. You got to join the Discord. I'll be here all day talking about it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll have to have a conversation after the space, definitely, because there's a project that we're working closely with that you guys will probably really vibe with on a multitude of things. And yeah, and as for the the streaming service as well. We'll have to have another conversation about that because we might be able to help with that as well potentially. But definitely,
that would be great actually, because I'm trying to figure out a way to get. We're trying to figure out a way to for like revenue for like the community on like the V2s. How that can work out.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's awesome. And to say that you just came from, a bad situation, that's pretty incredible. And you guys are clearly, making some incredible moves. I'm looking forward to, diving deeper into your project myself and learning about it because it sounds pretty incredible, to be fair.
To be honest, man, it's the community. And I don't just mean that. It really is the community because for them to spend what they spend for NFTs, you gotta really love the project. Like,
yeah,
spending anywhere between $40 to $200 on NFTs in the bear market for even just one or three is very odd. But at the same time, if you love something, you won't even think about the price tag. Like, I love Star Wars, right? I'm a Star Wars fan. If Star Wars were to come out with the NFT right now and it had no utility, I'd buy it.
Yeah.
I'd buy it because it's Star Wars. I don't care what the utility is. It's Star Wars.
No, that's. I mean, we love community so much that it's in our name twice. We're called the communities just because we totally understand the value and of community, and that being such a huge part of everything, and that just makes projects what they become, and when you get to enjoy. When you find something you can, really sink your teeth into and be passionate about, and you can enjoy that with other people, then it's just you're building memories, then, aren't you? Christopher. First of all, welcome. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to say it before. Thank you for coming back, you legend. You've got your hand up, my friend.
Yeah, thanks for welcoming me, buddy. I just wanted to ask the Grimgoyles, best way to get involved. Is it everything's on the floor? I saw there was a potion, so. Guide me very quickly. Just do I need to get?
Yeah, sure. So don't get the potion yet until you get the Grimgoyle first. So
Okay.
the potion is to evolve your Grimgoyle, and you literally have about 5 days left in this month to evolve your Grimgoyle. And yeah, no pressure, but it's there. So if you're on the website or what have you. If you go to grimgoylesofficial.com and tap on phase 2, it's going to immediately bring you to Castle 4. I wouldn't go to OpenSea and just type in Grimgoyles because there's a lot of fake accounts out there.
Mm-hmm.
Go to grimgoylesofficial.com, tap phase 2, and you'll see maybe like 4 NFTs on the floor. One of them I know is like Bret Hart from WWE, WWF. And you can choose Bret Hart to be a male or a female. That's up to you.
I'm not concerned about that. I was just making a joke earlier. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah. You can choose whatever sex you want. And then after you do that, then you go buy the potion, which is also on the website. Because then when you buy the potion, you want to join our Discord. Tap on where it says request evolution. And then you post, the picture and the number of the Grimgoyle you want to evolve, what sex it's going to be, the wild address, and we were thinking before about burning the first initial NFT, but then we said, a lot of people wanted to keep the original, so we'll just airdrop you the evolution, so you'll have 2 NFTs in your wallet.
I like that.
Can you evolve it more than once,
man.
or you can only evolve it once?
No, you can evolve it more. You can evolve it. You can evolve into a teenager, but if by more than once, yes, you can evolve it to a beast next month. You can't just keep evolving the same teenager and getting a different result. That's what you mean.
No, what I mean is, if you said that guys wanted to keep the originals, so they got to keep the originals, but does that mean you could then evolve it again if it's already been expired?
No, if it's been expired, then no, it expires for the teenagers. I'm gonna be honest with you. So the teenagers expire by the end of this month, right? But there is going to be a small window, 2-week window in August, from August 1st to August 11th, where if you did not have a chance, or if you missed a boat, and let's say you own a Grimgoyle from like November, but you haven't been keeping up with the Grimgoyles, you've been doing your own thing, life got in the way, what have you. If you happen to come back, let's say in August, we're gonna give you that 2-week window where you can evolve your Grimgoyles, but you're probably gonna have to spend, all that potion money at once. It's 0.02, so you got to spend like at least 0.06, right? 0.06 just to evolve all of your NFTs or whatever it is. And then also on top of that, people want to evolve their customs because you can evolve your custom Grimgoyles as well. And a lot of people are waiting till after the initial collection gets evolved. That 2-week window, people will be evolving their customs. So you definitely want to take advantage of it now. If you don't get it in and you don't buy your potion by the 11th of August, that's it. We're going into V2s and you're stuck with your Grimgoyle.
That's pretty cool, though. I like that.
Yeah, man, that's why I got into Grimgoyles. I like the idea of growing up and not mutating. I know what a lot of projects do, like the mutation stuff, but I like to just like keep the traits the same and see what they turn into. Like let me see if I could post some stuff in the comment section.
I see Rev's mic is unmuted. Is he talking?
Well, no, my mic was what it was mute till just now. Can you hear me, bro?
Oh, okay, I can't hear you. All right, cool. I was just making sure mine wasn't rugging out. I know I'm on the road right now, driving home, so just wanted to make sure.
Nice. But yeah, just make sure. Obviously, we have to say this, just for obvious reasons. But nothing anyone says in these spaces is financial advice. Or, always do your own research, no matter who it is or what the project is. It's always important that you factor in doing your research. But yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Sure.
I just posted Dr. Octopus, the male and the female, in the comment section. You guys can take a look at what the female Doc Ock looks like. And there was a female Doc Octopus in that movie. Yeah.
If you want to post something to get to your Discord or to your website in the Jumbotron, go right ahead.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'll do that too.
Yeah.
I'll just post.
So we can get in there and do more research and get to know the project more. Absolutely. I noticed, Christopher, you're rocking a Johnny Folk Hero. I like it. That's from Tyler McNair.
Oh, he was in last night, wasn't he? I couldn't make it last night, unfortunately. But I caught up the next day. But yeah, I noticed he was in there. They're top lad.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Just a good, genuine person, But yeah, so we'll post something up at the top. I'm already in your Discord, but I got to get more active in there for sure. Working on lots of different projects right now. Everything from the community book to making Dragon Juice Elixir. Brand ambassador for multiple projects right now. It's a lot of fun.
How do I want to ask you, Tricky. How do I get my hands on some of them little potions?
Oh, the Dragon Juice Elixir. So shipping.
No, the teas, man. The teas. It's all about the teas.
Yeah. They're called. So it's called Dragon Juice Elixir. That's the name of the tea.
Yeah, that's the one.
And
just give me some of that.
So you could just, all you gotta do is pay for shipping, and I'll send you a sample. I'm actually out of samples right now, but I can make one just for you, buddy. I think shipping to the UK is like $19 though. So, but yeah,
I'm sure that's doable.
That's it's worth it. Your one sample pack is worth about $30. So if I send you like a sleepy time, do you have trouble sleeping?
No, I just wanted to try them out.
Okay. Well, because there's a nighttime and a daytime, but if you're gonna drink it during the day, I'll just send you the daytime one, I think.
No, it'll be a nighttime one, I think.
You want both? I'll just give you both.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we go. Sorted. There we go. But I want to test them out. I want to test them out, man. Yeah. I want to see. I want to see what the whole hype's about.
Yeah. I mean, if you suffer from pain at all, it's huge. But yeah, like I mean, I've been making coffee out of it or not drinking coffee for the most part. It's pretty cool. I know Miss Evie just got some. Hopefully she'll like it too. As long as you don't overboil it, it's like a chamomile fruit flavored. If you overboil it, it becomes a little bit bitter, but still has that pain reliever effect.
Yeah,
It just becomes less.
Don't teach me how to make tea, Tricky.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Or hot tea, should I say? Hot tea.
Yeah. You'll be fine, I'm sure. But yeah, cool.
But yeah, I like this project. I like this Grimgores thing. I think it's a really cool idea. I like what you're trying to do.
That'd be a
also,
great,
guys,
a great collaboration with the book.
Real quick, guys. We played Austin Powers, the original one, yesterday. Like every week, we do a movie night, and then tonight, well, while I was in space, we were watching Austin Powers again, The Spy Who Shagged Me. Tomorrow, we're gonna play the last Austin Powers, and then if you're a Grim Goal holder, at 5 p.m. Eastern time, we're gonna play John Wick 4. So yeah.
Nice.
You guys want to
you
watch
got at the moment?
What was
How
that?
many holders have you got a NFT at the moment?
That's a good question. I think it's a little over 100 or so.
Ah, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the exact number I don't have off the top of my head, but maybe 120. I'm just throwing it up there. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the Grim, like the phase 1 Grim goals were like, we had Castle 1 was 0.07. I think maybe 40 people spent that much back in like December and November, right? When other projects were at like 0.009 or 0.008. So it took a little bit longer for us to sell out our project. So we had to change things up, and then instead of dropping the price dramatically and going below our actual mint price, we just changed up the marketing and came out with the mystery boxes, and we priced it for 0.15, and that sold out within 10 days.
Wow!
Somebody came in and bought like 6 of them, so they spent like literally $1,800 within like 3 days.
Yeah, that's real support for the projects. You were saying it earlier. Where people are really supporting what you're doing. There was something actually that Tricky was saying just now, actually, before you jumped in there. He was just bringing up the community book that we were talking about it earlier, but obviously we can mention it again. We're doing a collaborative project where we're offering pages in a book to basically get your project out there. It's going to be a storybook, and we're going to have positive messages and things like that. But yeah, it's a really exciting project, and it might be something you guys might want to get involved in.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
But just reach out to Rev. Reach out to Rev. He can tell you all about it, or he can spend the next 10 minutes telling you about it, or the next 2 hours or 3 hours, or however long you got. He could tell you all about it. But it's a pretty cool project.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
give you some international coverage, more coverage in the UK, and then all those places that Crypto Magazine is delivered to. So it's like kind of a same thing what you're doing right now, just another market, So let's go.
Yeah, someone from Crypto Magazine had reached out when I was in smart finances space, and I actually, when I responded about books and magazines and stuff like that, because we've been interviewed on YouTube before from the Web3 community. But when I was talking about with the magazines, I was thinking that we would wait until after July, after Comic-Con, because then we have something to talk about more when it comes to the Funko Pop thing. I was going to wait till afterwards, and then we just talk about all of our accomplishments, because that's probably one of the biggest things.
Yeah, I mean, when you're spending advertising dollars, making a plan like that makes a lot of sense. But you looked into how much it costs for a page, then, right?
No,
Actually,
mean,
do that. But
Well, it ain't cheap. I'd say that.
It ain't cheap. It's still better than a lot of other magazines, but yeah, it's not cheap. So that's why we're big on this collaboration, because we're bringing the cost down massively to get that kind of exposure. And we don't know when we're going to sell this book out and it'll actually be pushed out. So we actually could probably time that well for everything you need to do. So it might work out for good timing and a really cheap entry point into the magazine.
Yeah.
I mean, you should do both. You should also get a page in the magazine if you could do that. This will be a good way to break the ice for sure. I mean, it sounds like they're probably already interested in you, though, too, which is good.
Yeah.
Because they're very selective on who they let in the magazine.
Yeah. I'm in contact with one of their agents about it. I was talking to him, but this was before we sold out. But we sold out. I didn't mention that we actually sold out two collections within 2 weeks. We sold out the Grimgirl collection, and the collection that was made before that was called Salad Outlines, and it was Pinky's first collection with no community behind it. Just plain art, and he wouldn't say a word in spaces. He just changed his PFP, and it had a bit of a splash. It was on Polygon, but he put it on the shelf, and he said, "You know what? I'm gonna build something that's more community, with utility and what have you." So it was sitting on the shelf. We're halfway through Mint. We got that deal from Funko Pop, and we said, "How will we give that to our community?" For anyone that's a Grimgirl holder, they were able to mint 10 Salad Outlines for free after we sold out the collection. And for anyone who wasn't a holder, it was 0.01. And some people spent the 0.01 so they could be part of the community and help us out. All that goes to the community wallet. And so that happened on the Shibu Society space, actually, is when we sold out the collection. I'll never forget that day. That night, actually. Within 4 days of putting it out, within 2 weeks, we sold out 2 collections, and that collection was 380 pieces. Our collection was 333, but it was a good feeling. We made history. 2 collections in 2 weeks. Yes, it was a free mint for holders, but not everybody was a holder, and we still sold out. So,
yeah, that's really impressive, bro. Fair play, because that's quite an achievement. But just to quickly help the book that we're doing make sense a little bit. So basically, we're bringing out a series of 10 books. Each book is going to have 100 pages, so a potential of 100 projects to get involved. The first book, each page is it's actually a double page spread, but each page is 150 Matic, and the point is that your NFT character gets to basically be in our book as we tell a story. And the stories are basically about overcoming obstacles, and obviously each project who has their own page will be able to sort of select, what those obstacles are. But the point is, it's about the community collaboration and getting a potential of 100 projects to work together on one project to be able to work as a community of communities to push one thing that showcases everybody. In doing that, we're going to get the book in the crypto magazine because it's, they're partnered with us, but also because they are the largest crypto publication in the world. They've just recently actually purchased a page in the book themselves as well, which is really awesome. And the beautiful part of it is coming together as a collaborative effort and help people get that exposure that they wouldn't normally be able to get. And as you can imagine, if 100 communities are all working together to showcase one thing, it can gain quite the reach. And excuse me, sorry. Yeah, and so
it's consistent with what we do here. This isn't a shill space. This is a space for people to come in and actually talk about their projects. How easy is it to fit the contents of your project into a 10-minute slot? It's impossible, mate. There's no way that 10 minutes is going to be enough for you to actually tell people what the hell's going on with your project. So that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to showcase people and their projects.
Yeah, exactly. Well said. And Web3 is about collaboration and working together, and that's why, this would be an awesome thing, because we're going to have an NFT version and a physical version. So there'll be a physical book that can be purchased, but also a digital NFT book as well. So obviously the pages will be purchased by project founders, and then once the book's been put together and created and put out, then there'll be an NFT version of the book that your people's communities can then purchase, which that NFT will be much more affordable, because that NFT will
super low barrier to entry on that,
just for the community to be able to enjoy it. But we've got one of the guys that are helping us put the book together has been in animation for over 20 years, so they've got a lot of experience, and worked in some incredible parts of the industry. It's the project's in collaboration with Meta Builders, who are a Web3 service provider, and they've also got an autonomous, trustless ecosystem and deeply engraved into Web3. There's some incredible projects that have already got into the book, and we're talking to much more as well. But it's that collaborative effort that we're really excited about, and also working with other projects to help really showcase everyone's projects. So just to give a bit of context to the NFT book, just to help it make sense to you.
No, I like it. I like the idea of coming together 100 projects. That sounds awesome. Yeah, I can't see how we wouldn't do it. Definitely going to bring it to the team. Definitely going to bring it to the roundtable. That's where we discuss everything. It's I even mentioned this before, but our Discord is, besides being token gated, we have a Discord where if you own a certain coin as a community member, you can be part of the team meetings, and you can voice your opinion about what our next moves are going to be, and what we're doing forward. Sometimes we even do training in terms of like sales and how we're going to pitch in spaces, and like the community will sit there and listen, or even jump in and give advice. So we're going to talk about all this in the next meeting.
Yeah, thank you, and that's awesome, because that's what we're trying to do. Is the communities is basically strengthen the Web3 space. Bring good projects together and the innovators in the space, and just really enjoy the industry for everything that it's got to offer. And a lot of people are yet to learn about Web3, and it's trying to help create that safe environment where people can learn, people can talk about the projects, and and bringing communities together, because from a community member side of things, people don't just purchase one NFT. They like to purchase multiple NFTs, and founders can partner and collaborate and network, and we're just trying to create that environment where people don't have to fight the way to the top. Instead, we can coexist and work together, or even just work in the same vicinity without there being any bad blood. And we really want to highlight good, genuine projects, because
there will be conflicting projects, with this kind of thing, but the idea is that they're not conflicting, they're complementary.
I would love to hear from Pinky. I don't know if he's free or available, because this is his project, and I want to hear what he has to say. I don't know if you guys can bring him
absolutely.
up.
Yeah, I invited him when you mentioned it before. I've just sent another invite. More than welcome to jump up and talk. That'd be awesome. And I appreciate you giving us your time tonight as well. We love learning about new projects. I mean, I apologise if there's some people in this space already, but I've this is the first time I've spoken to you, and it's nice to meet you. And I appreciate you coming and talking to us tonight. Definitely.
Yeah, gotta give it to Tricky, man. Tricky was in the DMs, working like he usually does.
Legends.
Yeah, absolute legend. Teamwork makes the dream work. But no, it is awesome that we get the opportunity to, be a platform for people to come and network and meet, and and just enjoy Web3, because we're all super passionate about it, aren't we? And we're all doing different things and different skill sets and everything. So it's awesome that we get that chance to do that.
Absolutely. I'm guessing he didn't come up, so he's probably having supper with his wife or something. So I get it. It's the weekend, and we did just play Brawlhalla. That was entertaining. But yeah, we'll talk about it for sure. We'll chop it up in the back end, and yeah. Right now we're watching Austin Powers, guys.
Yeah.
Let's go. So when you have the update with the Funko Pops and everything, you got to come back and tell us more.
Definitely. And I'm hoping I'm not going to be there. I mean, they're not flying me out, but that would have been great. But hopefully, Pinky's wife or someone is taking pictures of him because he's not really the camera kind of guy. I'm the guy that likes to take the pictures and get the scenery. And this is a good marketing opportunity.
I will tell you, you won't be expecting.